Hello Cancer, this is a timeless reading for you. I'm using my own tarot cards, and in the middle of your spread we have the female card surrounded by resistance, vacillation, imagination and childhood. And this feels very interesting to me. I feel like there is something about some kind of emotional sensitivity. It could even be a societal issue here about your own femininity coming up. Even if you're a man, so this reading is not only for women, there is something here that also feels like a cycle. Something that feels a bit repetitive, not necessarily only in a negative way, but there is something here that feels very tender. I don't want to say that, male or masculinity cannot be tender or sensitive, but I don't know, it's just coming up here with the female card very strongly. And I feel like whether you're a man or a woman, there is something about your thought process and your emotions that makes you feel quite insecure now and then. Also, because we have the vacillation card here, often puts you into a place, into a position where you don't know what to choose. There's some kind of instability here. And I also don't mean that in a negative way. It could even be with the simplest thing, like in the supermarket. You don't know. You just don't know. Sometimes we come into a huge supermarket and a similar product is there offered by different brands, and in so many different varieties, and you just don't know which one to pick. And it could, of course, mainly relate probably to much bigger choices that you have to make in your life. And I feel like this is something that you will soon face and gain some clarity here. The imagination card is in the conscious position, so you're already aware of that imagination can be, on one hand, an effective tool to making a choice, but often it is also a huge hindrance, and then we overanalyze everything and we start to imagine, if I make this choice, oh my God, then my life will go into this direction and this and this and this will happen, and when I come to stage A in my life, then I will be at this crossroad and I will make this choice. And then we start to imagine what will happen. And we can go into it very deeply in our minds. So I feel like this is something that you're becoming aware of, or that you are already aware of how deeply this process of imagination is just affecting your decision making. And also keeps you stuck very long in this state where you can't make a decision because you're just imagining so many things. What will happen? What will happen? And this is something that might soon be solved, and then it will probably be much easier for you to make a decision. I'm also getting, for just a few, that this is literally about a woman in your life. That this woman is not able of making proper decisions, and that she may be, stuck in her imagination a lot. For others of you, I feel like if you're a man, you could be interested in this woman. And I feel like she's not properly emotionally and psychologically available to you because she's very stuck in some kind of fantasy world. It could be that the decision is like she cannot decide if she wants to be with you or someone else. If that's the case, I feel like this reading is just telling you that you will probably soon just emotionally let go of this person and find some relief here, because maybe this person is just taking very, very long to make a decision and just wasting your time. This is just something that jumped in suddenly. It's just for a few. Of course, if you're a woman, it could also be another woman that you're interested in, like is not capable of making a choice. And also, I feel like it's a little bit of immaturity here in this person. That this person is really just stuck in some kind of fantasy world, and it's not appropriate to their age. Like, this person is probably not 15 anymore. This person could be many years older than 15 years old, and they are still in some kind of girly fantasy. We have the resistance card in the unconscious pattern, and I don't know why. I'm getting it's not your resistance. It's also not the person's resistance here I was talking about earlier. This is like a third energy coming in. This is like I mean, it could be a specific person for some of you. But I feel like it relates more to a specific group of people or a personality type. This card has come up for the other signs I have started to read for the past few readings as well. So it seems to be a huge topic at the moment. Like, this is just someone you can never make it right to this person. This could be an influence because it's in the unconscious position that has some kind of emotional and psychological grip over you. It could even be a parent or something like that. It had a huge impact in your emotional and psychological development. And you thought maybe you have dealt with it, you know, maybe you even went to therapy at one point and you thought you have healed from this kind of the way you were raised. It's just an example. But I feel like there's still something, like there's still an unconscious influence of this. And it doesn't have to be someone from your family. It could just be a friend or a co-worker, someone around you. And you are not even aware that really deeply, subconsciously, this person has some kind of energetic hold onto you. And they also influence your decision making. It feels very, very deep, like it's deeply, deeply hidden. Sometimes, you know, when there's something in the unconscious position, I can quickly feel that it will soon come into your consciousness or into the querent's consciousness and get resolved very quickly. But this one is so deep. I feel like you will become aware of it soon. But you have to dig deeper and deeper, and it could be a very long process till you realize how deeply this person is affecting you. Even affecting, you know, your imagination process, your decision making, just everything. It could just be one simple phrase, sentence that this person said to you it's like a stamp in your almost soul, like on a very deep level it put a stamp, and somehow this stamp always has a kind of influence on how you think and feel. And we have the childhood here at the bottom, not at the bottom, at the top of the deck of the spread, sorry, my God. So I feel like this is a confirmation that for many of you, this is something from your childhood. For others of you, if this is a current situation with this person that you're in, you might have a child with this person and already split up or got a divorce or whatever this is about specifically. So it could also be that you are forced to be influenced by this person, if you know what I mean. Like, because you still, even if you're separated, you still have this child together, and whenever you try to make a decision or imagine something for your own life apart from this person, it's not 100% possible yet, because you will always in the back of your mind have to think about how does it fit in with your child as well. Another thing I'm getting from this child card is, because I said earlier, for some of you, you might be interested in this kind of childish woman that is very stuck in this fantasy world. At the bottom of your deck, of my deck, in your spread, we have the burden card. And it's also just a confirmation that this is a huge burden that you have carried around for a long time. But we also have blessing and relief coming in here. So that is a very nice sign, actually. So as soon as you realize these, actually it's like a constellation here, like some kind of network, like this person and this person, they somehow are all inwoven into each other and have some kind of very unconscious effect and deep effect, profound effect onto your life in a very burdening way. And it feels like there could be a possibility to not only solve one issue with one person, but to, resolve this whole net at once, so you don't have to go through it step by step. Like there is probably one hidden realization that you have to dig for. And when you find it, you don't have to, let's just use a metaphor. All these different energies are one spider. So you have several spiders in one huge cobweb. But you don't have to pluck each spider. You are the fly trapped in the cobweb. And all these energies are surrounding you. All these energies are different spiders. You don't have to fight each spider. There's a way to get out of the cobweb, or to, erase the whole cobweb and get free from it. That's how it feels here. So that's very good, actually, with the relief and blessing white magic. And I also felt like, for some of you, if you're a woman or a man who very much feels feminine, that there is some societal issue that you might be dealing with, or finding relief from. Because I feel like still in many societies, actually in all, and some more or less, like femininity is perceived as something weak and something that constantly is gentle and sensitive, even though, in raw nature, femininity is also something very fierce. But I don't know, humans always seem to only see the soft and gentle side of it. And then it becomes some kind of weakness in many people's eyes, like someone, is being hyper feminine. There's some kind of negativity often attached to this. That's how I feel. And the person with whom this resonates probably also feels this way. And there's something about this here as well. The resistance card just being this type of personality that doesn't only appear in men. Many women are like this too. They just hate femininity. Everything is being masculinized. I think this word does not exist, so I just, you know what I mean. Even, I feel like even beauty standards for women are being very masculine, and many people are not even aware that, what is perceived as some kind of top model is actually quite masculine. Don't let me dig into this topic any deeper here. It's just there is something that you are already aware of and that you might be struggling with your own feminine qualities, as I said, whether you're a woman or a man. Most of us have feminine qualities. But there is something, there is this kind of realization coming to this topic that will bring in some relief and healing here. I'm suddenly also getting, for some of you, this could be about your daughter or granddaughter, that you're worried a little bit. Or even about your grandson, something about their femininity here. But there will be some grounding to it, I feel. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.